Hi, good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is you're watching this, whether you're at home at work or just on the can.
Get on with it!
Welcome to Me Likey Movies, and it's time for our round of Bargain Bin Roulette. This week I got the Pagemaster. Regardless of how it looks there, that is not Harry Potter, that is Macaulay Culkin. This movie will come nowhere close to Harry Potter, but let's get right into just the specifics of it.
From the creator of An American Tale.
You're in need of adventure.
Wow. Whatever you imagine.
All is possible.
20th Century Fox presents Macaulay Culkin as you've never seen him before.
Look at this place.
On a fantastic journey into a land of endless wonders where he'll scale the heights of the world's greatest adventures.
Moby Dick! LCP Treasure Island! Happy birthday!
And bring back the ultimate prize.
You've got to fight to make a wish come true.
That's it, boy!
His own courage.
Yes.
Macaulay Culkin.
You're the greatest.
Christopher Lloyd.
You triumph here and always.
This Thanksgiving, take your family to a world beyond imagination. The Pagemaster.
So we have our story on the Pagemaster. I don't need to keep holding this. The story on Page Matters, it's the spin-off from Family Matters. Blech. Pagemaster is, Macaulay Culkin is just a whiny little shit about everything. He's like, has fire extinguishers in his house, he has axes in case, I don't know, he has to axe himself out of the way of a house. He has all of these things, and he also has no friends because of this. And his parents, they don't say they hate him, they hate him. And he goes to a local library to get out of a storm, he slips, has a concussion, and then goes to a magical animated world, which is absolutely nothing like Never-Ending Story, at least legally it's not. And he has to learn how to be brave in order to get through the rest of his life. It's basically Never-Ending Story, except you don't have an awesome dragon like Falcor, the cute little white dog who's awesome. You don't have any of those sad moments, you don't have that great little queen actress from the Never-Ending Story who was just like, Sebastian, please help us, Sebastian. Like, you have none of that. You just have a bunch of actors cashing their paycheck, and it's really bad. So, as we do with all of these, story is pretty garbage, so we are getting one bullet in. Let's continue. Characters. Well, as I was saying in the story, characters are pretty lame. Macaulay Culkin clearly was near the end. He did Richie Rich after this, and he disappeared from acting for about 6 years. So clearly he was just, I'm done. And I assume this was the movie where he just said, I'm done. Get me the out of here. I'm done. So that was pretty bad. His main people that he has in the movie are a bunch of books, which I'm going to get more into later, thank you very much, who have to take him through the literary world. As you can hear probably right now, that's the ambulance that's going to get me after I have a stroke here, after talking about this damn movie. So books, literal books mind you, from each genre, romance, action, are going to come and take him through this animated journey. It's pretty bad. Patrick Stewart as the adventure book does okay. I'll give him a pass, but that's not enough for me to say no siree Bob, so unfortunately we are adding another bullet to our gun. Not looking good for me so far. We are 2 for 2. And that takes us on to the acting. As we said before, Macaulay Culkin was probably just discovering drugs. He was only about 13 at the time, so I'm not saying he was doing the drugs. I'm just saying it was like over there, and he was about to hit it. So acting was pretty bad. Like I said before, everyone's there for a paycheck, so they're basically saying, you know, meh. So I'm not really going to get into it anymore because there's not really more to get into. So once again, we're adding another bullet. 3 for 3. Oh, crap. And on to section 4. Oh God, I almost forgot. The directing, of course. Now, the directing is, once again, just incompetent. It's like they tried to get the guy who directed Don Bluth, who directed some of those animated films like American Tail, to show up for this one. He said no, so they called his assistant. He said no. Then they called some guy over at Disney, and he showed up. Pagemaster Hunt was his name, and you can tell this movie didn't do well for him because he has no other directing credits to his name. None. He has like an animator credit to something, but he directed nothing else after this. So once again, another director credit, another bullet in the gun. See that? Four now. Oh god. So that leads up to my quickest section. I always like to say, did I fall asleep watching this movie? I fell asleep. I woke back up later and finished it out, but yeah, this movie is just really dull. So once again, oh my god, that's 5 bullets in there. Oh jeez. All right. So last thing is just miscellaneous. This is just anything that I may have liked, particularly disliked in the movie. As I said before, the books. There are literal books. And when I say books, I'm talking about like literal books like this in the movie Leading the Adventure. He's going into the literary world of libraries. He could have gone anywhere. He could have done anything. But instead, his best friends were books. There are only 2 times when books are kind of cool in movies. Alright? There is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, when you have that one book who's just, you know, chomp, 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 the Book of Monsters. That's a pretty good book. I like that book. Or also, as we know from the Evil Dead movies, the Necronomicon. The only thing in this movie that was miscellaneous that I kind of liked, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to give it a pass here, is that at one point Macaulay Culkin gets eaten by a dragon, along with all his little friends. Had this been the end of the movie, it would have been a glowing review, and I would say, good lord, rent this, because it's the darkest ending to a child's movie ever. The dragon eats him, he dies, the end. That didn't happen, but I'm going to give it a pass, although at the end of the day, we got 5 bullets in our gun. 5 bullets. So it's not looking great for me, folks, but hey, that's why we always try bargain bin roulette. This has been a good friend Tom. If you like this show, make sure to subscribe somewhere down here, up here. I don't know where it is. I'm not a tech guy. That being said, let's see how this goes for Tom. I'll see you next time, everybody.